So you know, you film a whole video and you swatch all this shit all over your face and then you realise it wasn't recording after all. So now I've got to wash all this off and start again. Just checking it was filming. Okay, so I'm going to be reviewing today the Carli Bybel with Anastasia Beverly Hills collection, and here it is. Now there's 0.75 grams of product in here. And I'm applying this, as you can see, to a naked face. Here is the palette that was gorgeous a second ago, but it's now been soiled by my filthy hands. And here it is. So, 14 shades, is that right? I think that's right. This is a pretty palette. So, I'm going to be applying these with the brush that comes with it. Here it is. And other shades I will be applying with my finger because some of them require more of a finger application. So let's make a start. The first one is Bolly, and this is a nice light shade. Now I want to just speak about one thing. I film with a lighting source that's direct in front of me. Hang on, goodbye. And the problem with that is this is what the shade looks like, but because I don't have a lighting source here, it turns darker as I turn around. So just bear in mind that it is a light, bright shade, and I'm always going to try and move into the light so you can see it. Next, we've got the Bybel shade. I hope I've said that name right. Do you know, it's really weird. I'm one of her silent followers. I remain silent. Next up, we've got Mandala, I'm so sorry. And this is one of those finger shades, and it is an iridescent purpley pink, and it is beautiful. Libra is next, and this is really nice. It is like a pewter color, and it is truly beautiful. Next up, we've got Jody. So I'm going to swatch this with one's finger. Oh, you dirty girl. QA next, and again this is a really glittery shade, and it is really quite special. Next up we've got Bowie. Can't read and I'm blind. Congratulations, you've lucked out there, Wayne. Okay, so next up we've got Bear. Now Bear is your neutral all over eyeshadow, and it is a nice light shade that has more of a yellow undertone. Next up we've got MOQ. I have no idea what that even means. Maybe it means something. I wouldn't know. I'm very old. Next we've got Chai, which is a warm medium brown shade, which is really pretty. Next up we've got Cindy, and I'm going to swatch little Cindy here, and Cindy's quite the cutie. Look at that. Quite peach. Steve is next. Think a burgundy red, more emphasis on the red than the burgundy. Delicious. Watch this one. This is called Aurora. Oh, sweet serenity, I love thee. Oh, that is the prettiest shade. And finally we've got My Angels. Go away. And let's do that here, and look at that gold. Very good indeed. Such a nice palette. So I got two of them. Really nice. Now, one thing to bear in mind, as with all Anastasia Beverly Hills products in pressed palette form, there's fallout. There'll be fallout on your face almost certainly, unless you're very careful, and there'll be fallout in and on the pans. But it is a great, most people do their eyes first now, do they? Let me know in the comments. It's such a nice palette. Really like the packaging as well. You can't wear packaging, but it does go a long way towards things, especially on the higher end premium products. You do expect there to be nice packaging, and there is. Look at those pretty shades. Oh, how delicious are those? I mean, they're quite delicious, aren't they? I think so. Really good palette. Links are all down there in the description bar, and I will look forward to seeing you next time, and hope to Betsy's that this was recorded. This is recording. So here's one other thing I'm going to mention really quickly as I leave. So I've mentioned it many, many times before, and so I don't color my hair or anything like that, and I have the greasiest hair in history, and I go through and I can't use your standard dry shampoos like this because they stink. They're just so heavily fragranced that they give me a headache, and I don't quite know what to do about it because I will wash my hair in the daytime, and by 4 or 5 o'clock it is greasy. If I were to go to sleep and wake up the next day, it is like an oil slick, and I have no idea what to do. Don't want to go on the Retin-A to deal with it. Not the Retin-A, the tretinoin. Accutane. I don't really want to go on that unless I really have to deal with it. But any other suggestions? And don't be, not with ones like just rinse it in a bit of lemon juice or a tiny touch of vinegar. I don't want any of that. I want to know what to do with it, because there's got to be something out. There's got to be a shampoo or a product or something. You know, I mean, someone mentioned to me before, why don't you bleach your hair? Well, I know that will dry it out, but I don't want to colour my hair. You know, I'm getting older and there's grey coming through, and I'm not unhappy with any of that aspect of it. So any comments, any help? Oh, you greasy girl, let me know. Bye-bye.